first comment said game. Okay, dude, come on. What is with people? I'm gonna comment something. Let's go. Reggie mains rejoice. All right, let's add all this in. Convert. I am the star. This show is mine. Ooh, they're adding Trickster to the game apparently. What? And then let's put in the title. He is mine. Oh, he wants Reggie. Okay. Yeah, he's watching Reggie. There's also all this binary, which I do not want to type in, but people will type it in very quickly and we'll get that translated. All right, so these are the 08.13 DevNotes. Top feedback, rewinder update, and new content. And they got this little picture here. What is this? Video Horse Society presents Endless Summer Catalog. Ooh, I like that skin. Dang, I really want to main Gloria in this game. She has like the best skins. Alright, can you believe it? It's already been almost a month since we launched early access. The amount of art, cosplay, Twitch clips, and YouTube content we've seen from our community has been absolutely mind-blowing. Not only has this community made tubular content outside of the game, dang, I haven't heard that word in forever, we've been elated to see the amount of creativity in-game from our fashion fans in the OOTD channel, which is Outfit of the Day. If you didn't know, it's a channel in the Discord. Fit check, more like fit, yes, okay. No, wait, that was terrible. Let's move on. Yeah, yeah, that was terrible. I felt terrible saying it. In addition to our bi-weekly community/moderator sync and discussions with our rewinders, we've been scouring all public social channels, streams, and videos to gather feedback on what we're doing well and where we can improve. Top 3 pain points for our players currently are queue times and dead lobbies, monster gameplay experience, store and purchasing issues. Let's dive into these a little bit. Okay, so again, I'm not going to read everything here, but they are addressing all these. So queue times and dead lobbies, yeah, they're describing here how frustrating it is for the community to wait in queues and end up in a dead lobby. And it's just like yesterday on stream, we played for 5.5 hours and we leveled up Brett 5 times because we just didn't get in that many matches, switching between East and West. Sometimes we'd queue for 27 minutes and then end up in a dead lobby that would never have anyone join it. Or we had to restart the game multiple times to actually get good queues. So yes, it is a big problem, and let's see what they're going to do about it here. There are 2 types of data that we're looking at so that we can address these concerns. Quantitative, raw numbers, aka what our data is showing us. Are players more affected if they are solo queuing or in a party? How many monsters are playing versus how many teens? Are there underlying matchmaking issues and bugs that aren't visible on a service level? Probably because, I mean, dead lobbies. Qualitative, feedback from our community, aka what our players are showing us. Difficulty with onboarding and tutorials, / monster feeling less fun to engage with. And again, I've said this multiple times on stream, I don't think monster's unfun. I think teen is too much fun. That's what it is. Teen is just so much more fun than monster, but monster is still very fun if you play them well. On the quantitative side, we are in the process of adding code to our game that will provide us with additional data that shows us clear pictures of any factors that could be causing extended queue times or backfill issues. We've made some progress on fixing some queue related issues, but this data will help us pinpoint exactly how to address the technical bugs with dead lobbies and matchmaking, as well as give us insight down the line as things change. This doesn't mean that we are currently working ways to improve queue times. This just means that matchmaking is an element that we will continuously be working on through the lifespan of the game. As our community grows, new teens and monsters are introduced, skill levels change. This data will influence adjustments that adhere to anything that would impact queue times in any way. I have a video coming very soon about how we can just fix queue times outright, but it would change the game in a way that I don't think the devs want to do, but it would 100% just help instantly. So I wonder if I should make that video or not. I probably will. I'll probably make it very soon. But I don't think the devs are actually going to change it in the way that I would be suggesting. But it's good to have more feedback from the community on my idea for how to fix queue times. Another way we're hoping to ease the queue time frustration is by increasing our DC penalty in an effort to discourage players from leaving a match before they've been downed / defeated. That happened yesterday so many times as well. Or by leaving a full lobby. Don't worry, if you leave a lobby with less than 5 players or after you've been down / defeated, you won't be affected. The increased DC penalty will go live with our next patch. Ooh, I wonder when the next patch is going to be. On the qualitative data side, let's talk about the monster gameplay experience. Our qualitative data, our community, tells us that the monster experience can be more stressful and less engaging for some players. It is stressful, I will agree with that, which could potentially be leading to less monsters and longer teen queue times. We've seen some wonderful suggestions come in on ways that can improve this experience and make it feel more rewarding for monster players. As such, we're currently planning to implement some reworks to the monster role. Ooh, okay. Oh, I wonder what this is gonna be. This is gonna be huge. The how can we make monster feel more engaging / less stressful conversation has been a big one at Hellbent, and we're continuing to monitor feedback and discuss ways we can implement systems to improve the experience for our players. Some suggested changes that we've been discussing internally. Disclaimer, these are not guaranteed, but proposed changes that are currently in the experimental stage. Dynamic bounty system. The 10% bounty multiplier for monsters added in our last patch was our first experiment with seeing how changes in rewards would impact queue behavior. We're continuing to work on a system that will offer dynamically adjusting bounty multipliers based on the current state of the matchmaking queue in the chosen region, the player's currently matchmaking rating, MMR, with the chosen character. So it would adjust the bounty to from 10 to maybe 30% or something based on the state of the queues and your MMR. Okay, and the chosen character. When the system is in place, a player on the character selection screen may be shown bounties as follows. The player's selected region currently has a shortage of monsters in a certain MMR range. Players who have a monster in that MMR range will be offered a bounty. If playing as a monster in an MMR range where there is no shortage of players, a bounty may not be offered or may be small. This system will be able to offer bounties for teens as well as monsters, though we expect monsters will be offered the majority of bounties bonuses at this time. Yeah, until the monster role starts filling up, which might happen one day when they release really cool monsters, but currently there's only 3 in the game, not a whole lot of different playstyles, I guess. The intent of the system is to provide the player with incentives and information to queue in a manner that will result in the shortest wait time. End of game sequence changes. The end of game sequence is what happens in a match after one team has won. Either the last team is down or the last wound is dealt to the monster. Being a small team, we haven't yet had the time to give the sequence attention we think it needs. Especially when you're walking around the map as a teen or something and then it just randomly cuts over to the monster, they're dying, it's like your ears are bleeding because the monster's screaming in your face. Yeah, so that's going to be changed apparently. New music for winning or losing matches. New equipped slots for both teens and monsters to play celebratory emote sequences at the end of matches. I like that. That's something I suggested a long time ago as well. I've heard that suggestion a lot by the community. Commendation system for both factions to provide a way to compliment your teammates and opponents based on your experience in the match. Bonus points may also be awarded based on commendations received. Nice, that's really good. I like that in Multiversus. You can toast people, give them 20 gold. I wonder if it's going to be something similar to that where you just give them 20 flux or something. I don't think it takes away any of your flux either, or your gold in Multiversus. This improved flow should bring a more satisfying conclusion to matches and provide a way for both sides to give each other props and encourage sportsmanlike behavior. I've always wanted to do that as Monster, especially going against new players, so that's really nice. The Book of the Dead changes, really. A change to the Book of the Dead mechanic is coming soon. We found that in some matches the lockbox would get found and looted very early in the match by observant players. A lot of us have mastered all the spawn locations, so yeah. Should both remove the objective to search for the box by the dead teen spectral, as well as frustrate the monster if a teen gets revived very shortly after they just killed them. I'm guessing it's gonna not spawn until someone's dead. With the change, the lockbox containing the Book of the Dead will now only spawn into the world after a teen has died. Yep, okay. I thought that would eventually happen one day, so that's good. I actually like that. We feel this will give more time for the monster to roam before the teen can return to the match, as well as give a greater chance for a dead spectral to claim bonus points for finding the box. Banishment changes. Based on player feedback, we are looking to improve the monster experience around the banish mechanic. Really. Playing as a monster can be very intense and require a lot of focus. When banished, there can be a feeling that you are losing too much footing in the game, as well as being worried about what can happen to you right after returning from being banished. Are they going to make it so that once you enter the banished state, all the teens are like jammed or something? But I feel like that's a thing that's going to happen. We'd like for players to have more of a break while they are banished, so we are experimenting internally with the following changes to banishment. All monster power cooldowns will refresh after becoming banished. I like that, actually. I actually like that. It felt excessively punishing for a monster to use a power with a long cooldown just before being banished and not be able to use it upon returning to regain momentum. While the monster is banished, teens will not be able to craft or charge weapons. Teens can still perform other actions such as reviving, healing, searching, vending machines, etc. Not just jammed. This is like, oh my gosh. It's like cowering. Okay. Increasing the duration of banishment. Creating a scream shockwave at the point where the monster returns from being banished. Dang, that was one of my perk ideas. Okay. This will give monster players a period of empowerment and safety upon their return. Dang, what was I gonna call that one? It was gonna be called like Final Scream or Final Roar or something stupid like that, but that's cool. It's just gonna be a base mechanic, potentially. All this stuff is potential. They're testing it. Plague system changes. Currently, monsters may choose to use a monster prize to bring a plague into the match, which can then be recharged upon hitting teens. Yeah, again, I keep saying I'm not going to read all this, and then I end up reading it all, so let me just like scan through and say what's important here. Okay, so they want to make plagues always be a factor in a game, whether or not the monster chooses to bring in a plague prize, because it takes up a prize slot right now, so maybe they want to put it in the loadout section or something like that, and it's going to be just like your monster's secondary ability, I guess. Once the required number of hits is reached, the monster will be able to press the use plague button to reach into the beyond and retrieve one. Ooh. The type of plague retrieved will be random, so you never know what you get might impact your next move. And the effects of plagues may be rebalanced since they're going to be in every single game. Okay. I kind of like that because sometimes, and you do get challenges a lot to bring plague prizes, but then you also have ones to bring prizes or prize point prizes. So it'd be nice to actually be able to bring both at the same time since it won't take up a prize slot. Or they just might rework the challenges to not bring plague prizes anymore because that's not going to be a thing. New status effect, busted. Okay. Our teen health state system was designed such that teens can always have a chance to survive so long as they can keep the monster from getting enraged and keep themselves healed. In the majority of games, this system works well. However, a pain point for monsters are the times when teens just don't seem to die no matter how many times they're hit. I haven't run into that issue, but I could imagine that does happen a lot because you have to down them eventually. But they can take up to a bajillion hits. It's possible, but it's like very rare. I mean, like extremely rare. Like has that ever happened? Has someone taken 30 hits, 20 hits, even anything past like 15 hits? To help prevent these very long matches and monster exhaustion, we will soon be adding a status effect to the game, Busted. I'm guessing that's a point of no return, like you just won't be able to heal up after that. Teens will gain the Busted status effect for the remainder of the match after receiving 6 hits. That's it, 6 hits. A resurrection will not reset this status. When busted, an injured teen can no longer be healed by its broken status effect. For other teens, nor can they use the medkits. There is still one way to heal, however. The unpowered Holy Staff's miraculous powers are strong enough to overcome this affliction and will work as normal. Huh. Dang, okay. In addition, busted teens will have a unique health state indicator on the HUD and leave differently colored trails of chromatic aberration. They're gonna be renaming it to Chroma. We feel this change will put a cap on the total amount of hits the teen team can sustain before they are defeated and give the monster a more satisfying sense of progress towards winning the match with each hit. Naturally, we will be monitoring the impact a change like this has on the game balance carefully. It is weird that like just completely buffs the secret staff at the end game for some teens, and leaving that to be the last weapon would be really, really strong. Okay, I like that. I like that they're capping it off eventually, because even DBD, you eventually die out if you're hooked 3 times, right? Having a 6 hit, about 7 hit minimum is really good, or maximum, I mean. The only way you'll be able to pass 7 hits is with a sacred staff. Cosmetic issues. There have been reports of players. Okay, so there's some cosmetic issues with the game. The following items have been affected: Funfetti gym shorts fixed in our next patch. The gray high top kicks, port side socks, all fixed in the next patch. Okay, so we're all locked to specific teens apparently and stuff like that. And then they announced this earlier, the War Retrix Evolve bundle. It was missing an emote, so if you have that, you'll get the Feathered Frenzy taunt, which is basically the chicken dance for the Wart. Be Kind and Rewind Creator Program update. Full disclosure, we were floored by the amount of interest in the Be Kind and Rewind program. We received over 800 plus applications. I'm one of them. Oh my gosh, I really hope I can be a rewinder so badly. 800 plus applications in the first few days, which is great, but also a lot to go through and vet before selecting the next round. We also wanted to ensure our separate test server was up and running for the Rewind X Dev play tests before bringing on our next batch, which maybe they said patch here. No, batch of rewinders, which it is now. Ooh, okay. I was guessing I messaged Jay on Twitter. He didn't respond. It was actually on Twitter, not like in DMs or anything. I was like, I'm guessing you guys are probably testing out the new monsters and teens, but he didn't respond. But I'm guessing now they can be, which is really cool. Of course, it'd be under NDA. They wouldn't be able to say. If I was a rewinder, I wouldn't be able to say if I was testing. What happens next? Of the 800 plus applicants, I will be going through and selecting a handful of creators to review, vet, and see how they align with our values as a studio and for the game. This is literally so hard. Y'all are so dang creative and talented. Thank you, Samji. From there, the team and I will be going over the list and see which ones we plan to bring on next. Very cool. How will I know if I haven't been selected? Just like feedback helps us grow. I know how important it is for creators to hear feedback about ways they can improve. As much as I would love to go through and personally email every applicant, it just wouldn't be feasible with the volume of creators who have shown interest in being a part of the program. We'll be bringing rewinders on in waves and will inform them with the onboarding steps via email. Very cool. I'm very excited. It's not guaranteed, but I'm very excited. When the Q&A opened in the Discord a long time ago, I was the first one typing, and I asked about a program like this, if there's going to be a Fog Whisperer type program in the future. They never answered it back then, but it happened, so it's really cool. If you're a current list of rewinders, click here, which I'm guessing it hasn't changed. Yeah, it's still the same 6. Advertising and marketing. As many of you are aware, we have never used any sort of traditional marketing. The majority of players who have discovered Video Horse Study have done so through word of mouth and content creators. We're looking at ways we can increase marketing efforts in Video Horse Society. We want to iron out as many large pain points, this is exactly what I keep saying on stream as well, as we can before ramping up visibility. Your feedback is crucial for this. We'd like to do more dev updates and live streams and have plans to do so in the future. More info on this soon. They said at least once a month they want to do these, so that's cool. In the meantime, let's talk about new content. Okay, here we go. Endless Summer Catalog. Summer is coming up to an end, but that doesn't mean summer fashion has to. Introducing the Endless Summer Catalog. In addition to our featured store rotation, we'll be adding a new tab chock full of stellar fashion options for you to flaunt in-game. That's the best emoji. All of these options can be purchased with either Flux or Fanbucks. All of them Flux. Oh wait, or Fanbucks. Okay, I thought it was Flux and Fanbucks. Unlike the featured store rotation, the Endless Summer Catalog will not change daily, and these cosmetics will be available for purchase next week and be around until September 21st. Here are some fresh looks you can expect to find in the Endless Summer Catalog. We got all these pictures. I'll be saving all these for thumbnails, except this one. Kind of weird. What 2 toes? Oh my gosh, I like this picture. What the heck? Who's back there? Who are these? Wonder if there's any Easter eggs in any of the pictures. This is great. Gramps. Grandpa Killers. Ooh, okay, but also can we take a moment to appreciate Shark Wart? Ooh, this looks really good. I will definitely be getting that. I don't like playing Wart. I hate playing Wart, but I will get this. Well, I just got his mascot skin though. But this looks really cool. I like this a lot. Ooh, question mark. And now an important message from not Hellbutton Games apparently, from Deathwire, I'm guessing. And we already watched this at the beginning of the video. Closing notes. We've been hearing a lot of feedback from our community about communication, and we agree that it's been on the lighter side the last little bit. We have been very heads down since the launch of early access, but what we can say is that we aim to put out these dev notes at a minimum once a month to talk about what we know, what we're working on, and where we plan to go. See you all in the beyond. Thanks, Sam G, for the dev notes. As in these dev notes, they didn't go over FPS at all, because even with an RTX 3080, like, I'm dropping frames after I just upgraded. So that should also be addressed. I think it is addressed somewhere in the Discord, but why wouldn't it be in the dev notes? I don't know, because I know that's a big point of pain for a lot of people in the community right now. The game just doesn't run even as good as it did in the first beta, which is kind of crazy. But besides that, this looks like a really great update, and oh, I hope we get the Deathwire trailer soon and the new map and the whole update very, very soon. But yeah, that's gonna be it for these dev notes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll be making videos on my own changes I would do to maybe fix queue times or suggestions I have. And I'll be streaming very soon as well. But the most interesting things in these dev notes are the changes that they're thinking of making to monster and teen balance gameplay. Changing it from being able to take an infinite amount of hits as teen to 7 total, except for with a sacred staff, which is a weird change, but I think a lot of people would like that on monster side. Except it kind of takes away also the role of like born tough with Brett, because you wouldn't be able to tank that many hits still. So it's a little weird. I wonder how that's going to play out. That's not coming in the next update though. None of that stuff was coming. It's just all in the works and they're testing it. And I'm guessing if I become a rewinder, and other rewinders are going to be testing that stuff as well. Very excited for the next batch of rewinders and this update coming very, very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next VHS stream or video.